Hello, my name is Ash, a counselor in training. This is my Relatable study podcast for individuals who need help studying for their NCE, CPCE, and other related counseling exams. I'm going to go through many questions from multiple resources and make the answers relatable to both you and me. So get your listening ears on and let's get studying. Carol Gilligan was critical of Lawrence Kohlberg's theory of moral development. A, as she felt it was too psychoanalytic. B, as she felt it was too behavioristic. C, she felt it was not applicable to African Americans. D, she felt it was more applicable to males than females. The answer is D. Carol Gilligan was critical of Lawrence Kohlberg's theory of moral development, as she felt it was more applicable to males than females. This is because Gilligan's theory of moral development challenged traditional viewpoints, and she proposed that women came to prioritize an ethics of care in their sense of morality, which evolve alongside their sense of self, whereas men prioritized an ethics of justice. What does the glass ceiling refer to? A. Limitations in the workplace. B. A developmental milestone theorized by Freud. C. Adler's theory of passive resistance. D. A behavioral treatment for phobias. The answer is A. Limitations in the workplace is what the glass ceiling refers to, and the glass ceiling is an invisible systematic barrier that prevents women and other minorities from rising to senior level positions within an organization. For example, in the corporate world, they will not promote women, people of color, or individuals with other minorities to move up in the workplace, even if they have been the longest standing employee, even if they have been with the company for decades, they will not be promoted. That is the glass ceiling phenomenon. Blank helped abet the multicultural counseling movement. A. Arthur Jensen's view on IQ testing, known as Jensenism. B. The civil rights movement. C. Jung's feelings that all men and women from all cultures possess a collective unconscious. D. The terrace off-duty first remembered the intercultural counseling means the same thing as multicultural counseling. The answer is B. The civil rights movement helped abet the multicultural counseling movement. The individual that helped with this movement is Martin Luther King Jr., and with his contributions, he was able to help practitioners find ways to incorporate multiculturalism within the practice, and it is still transforming the field of counseling education and the professional counseling practice within the U.S. to ensure that we include the multicultural counseling. Cultural identity is A. Primarily influenced by race and ethnicity. B. Fully developed by early adulthood. C. Stable across changing contexts. D. Dynamic and constantly evolving. The answer is D. Cultural identity is dynamic and consistently evolving. Over time, our cultural identities shift and change, but they are also dynamic. We take our traditions of our culture and interweave them into our sense of self, but we also put our own identity into our culture to evolve our cultural identity. When a counselor speaks of a probable outcome in a case, he or she is technically referring to A. the prognosis, B. the diagnosis, C. an intervention, D. attending behavior. The answer is A. The prognosis is the probable outcome in a case that the counselor is technically referring to, such as a disease, illness, or injury, and it helps the counselor determine which treatment would be best for you, specifically as the client. And that is all 5 questions. Thank you for listening. Keep calm and study on.